course, our own Steve Glover, the preacher, he passed away a week and 9 days ago. And a couple of things. First of all, we miss him, okay? And I can't believe that. I mean, I talk to him every day, and I would say about half of those conversations were either he was upset with something that I was doing or I was upset with something he was doing. And half of those conversations were just completely stressful and so forth, and I miss it entirely. I don't know why, but I do. But some of the other ones weren't. And you know what? We miss him. He was good radio, and he's been a big part of helping to rebuild WJOB, and we don't forget that. And one of the ways that we're not forgetting it is that we have finally got our sweatshirts.
I was noticing that that's a really nice sweatshirt. It has the Region Underground on the front, WJOB, and then on the sleeve, show everyone your sleeve who's watching. It has the caricature of Preacher, and it says Steve Glover, the Preacher, June 7th, 1957 to February 22nd, 2012. So I really like those sweatshirts. Where did we get them?
The first thing, I just put it on, okay? And the first person through the door is Gabby Hernandez. First thing she says, I want a sweatshirt.
Well, I heard you guys ordering those last Friday, and I just want to know how, I'm gonna say what Preacher would say. What about me? Hey, would it kill you? What about me?
Okay.
Where's mine?
For some reason, it doesn't have the same ring when you use preacherism. Okay, would it kill you? Hey, but don't worry, you'll get one. Don't worry, Gabby will get one. But
I guess it was the boys' T-shirt, Gabby.
We had it, but Preacher was like a promo dude, and he had all these logos and stuff already over there, and so it was easy. So we had to pick one. I like personally the Region Underground with the WJOB logo. And then the thing on the shoulder, but it's a nice sweatshirt, and we will have these available for you guys. We're just trying it out. Give us a second, but we wanted to get them done for sectionals. I'll be wearing it at sectionals tonight, and all of our other guys will have one too, except, I think we've got them for everybody so that everyone can wear the hoodie and wear the Preacher thing and have the thing on the arm and so forth. It's on the top right front page, top of the Times. The Indiana House agreed to add a right to resist police to the state's laws. The sponsor said just because someone is a police officer doesn't mean citizens must acquiesce if the officer is illegally acting outside his or her duties. Here's what Mr. McMillan, state rep, says. He says, every single human being should have the right to resist something that's unlawful, no matter who is doing it to them. So if a cop's trying to get into your house and it's illegally, you have the right to resist him. It's very controversial.
And if you read further, there is the word reasonably. So go on.
Reasonably.
Reasonably resist.
Reasonably resist. What's that mean?
Well, in this case, if you think about it, they're talking about the fact that you have the right to resist entry into your home if a police officer is acting in an unlawful manner. Now, usually these things happen in an instant. So how does one determine whether or not a police officer is acting in a unlawful manner? Well, let's at least talk about the times that the police are acting in a lawful manner and they can come into your home. Obviously, if they have a warrant, to come into your home, a search warrant, if they have a warrant to arrest a person that they believe is in the home, if they are in pursuit of someone who is, actively in the middle of committing a crime, they've been chasing them or whatever, if they've had a 911 call from someone, like during a domestic, battery call or something. The problem is that this law is in response to the Supreme Court's case law that came out earlier this year or last year that basically said that you don't have the right to resist police officers. Now that's a scary thought there also. I mean, so that one was the all or nothing. You do not have the right to resist a police officer entering your home. I mean, that kind of slapped in the face of the right to illegal search and seizure. So I think that this is a response to that. I don't know. I haven't seen all the language in it. I know that there's two sides to it, and I do know that the police officers are going to, and I heard Sheriff Bunsich on the air here talking about how, he's going to be concerned for his police officers and their safety, and I agree. But I think that instead of titling it the right to resist, because that's what everybody's going to run off with. Hey, I have the right to resist you.
It's on the front page of the Times.
I know.
Right to resist.
I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Then instead of saying that, I mean, how about the right to reasonably resist? I don't know. It's going to be a difficult law for police officers because, it's like you give somebody an inch, they'll take a mile. And so we're not so much worried about people who are acting in a lawful manner, meaning the homeowners. We're more worried about the criminals who are going to take this as an excuse to resist a police officer even when they don't have a right. And are we putting our police officers in danger in those situations?